Hello again. My little forgotten stars in the big, big dark. Tonight I have a special story from one of my 999 past lives, wrapped with some wisdom, and I was hoping to share it with you. Are you ready? Shall we? There once was a little gray, black, and orange kitten named Luma. Almost entirely made of love, like a vanilla puff. Small as a wish, with ears still learning to listen to the world and eyes bright like sunshine. Luma lived in a lovely cottage. Yes, the kind with the, window boxes and always food around and teacups left half full and the smell of cinnamon arguing politely with lavender. She had two humans. They laughed, they danced, they fed her treats, they cared for her future, and they loved her, both in their own way, loudly and daily. However, one morning, the air in the house changed. A human shouted, the other cried, a suitcase was zipped up like a secret, and doors were slammed, awakening our little Luna. And before she knew it, both her loved ones had seemingly disappeared. Luma was alone, confused. It was a magical twist of fate when I first found her curled up on their back step, searching the garden for shadows of hope between the doubt. I asked why she looked so sad, and it was there that she finally told me her story. In the end, she asked me, did I do something wrong? It was her innocence that made the question hit like a dagger in my heart. You see, as with most young ones, kittens don't know how to calculate the chaos. They sometimes turn a little bit of rain into a fearsome thunderstorm, or heartbreak into personal responsibility. In my wisdom, I sat beside her and said, my sweet vanilla puff, you are not the cause of other people's storms. At first, she did not believe me, saying things like, but I scratched their rug last week. I meowed when they were sleeping. Or maybe they got tired of me. Maybe I ruined everything. The ancient burden, the weight of the world on tiny shoulders. A being who cares about others and their feelings more than their own. A powerful, beautiful thing, but oh, so fragile in the beginning. So I sat for hours with the young meow, knowing all too well she would overcome the whirlpool of emotions, busy wounding and winding her up. I did what I do best. I shared wisdom and giggles, riddles, and crumbs of comfort. We sat in the sunbeams and talked absolute nonsense. And we stared in wonder at the clouds and shared our thoughts on the right temperature to eat tuna. As the sun slipped beneath the horizon, Luma turned to me and asked, why do humans get mad at each other? I sighed and replied, well, little one, because not everyone stays the same. Everything changes, and we must change with it. Sometimes we grow together, and sometimes we grow apart. Either way, humans are not so much mad at one another as they are hurting in some way. After talking for a while, the fog lifted from her eyes and she said something magical and most wise. Maybe they left because they have problems I cannot understand or see. So it was not really because of me. I was most proud that day, seeing the weight of undeserved despair lifted from her tiny shoulders. Then came the hour I knew in my heart would arrive. There was a door that creaked open behind her, and it was there she saw one of the humans had returned. Hand shaking, voice cracking like old paint as she spoke. Bluma? Oh, I'm so sorry. We did not forget you. We did not mean to break your heart. It is not your fault. We will always love you together or apart. And that little kitten, once buried in lonely self-loathing, returned to her true brightness and warmth. Such a beautiful little soul, and so much to offer the world. And me? I slinked off quietly, happy in the knowledge that the kitten was happy and had become a little bit wiser. Sometimes people return, sometimes they don't. But you can always return to yourself. With all the chaos and uncertainty in the world, we often feel like things are out of our control. Remember, no matter what, you still always control your own thoughts, emotions, and actions. Be wise with those few things, and your world will be wonderful. And now, for your regularly scheduled horrible joke. Why wasn't the banana invited to lunch? They weren't appealing enough. Oh yes, your displeasure is most delicious. Take care of that little voice in your heart. Be wise when placing blame. And know this, even if no one else shows up, I will. Until next time, I wish you peace, love, and harmony. Mwah.